Hello, and welcome to the next ReeVlog. Been a while. I think about 3 weeks. Tomorrow. Reasoning. Had my tooth out. Vlog before that. Don't think I've vlogged since. I was going to do one later that same day, but I don't think it ever happened. I did think about it later on that day, but it just didn't. I just sort of was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. And then I was like, oh, I'll make a cup of tea first. And I was like, oh, I'll just do this, I'll just do that. Before I knew it, I'd forgotten and went to bed and stuff. So, how's it been? Well, there's a lot to talk through. Firstly, there was some sort of like dull aching pains on the day, throughout the day, and I couldn't get to sleep when I got back because the occasional like sharp pain through my tongue as the anaesthetic was starting to wear off slowly, and then obviously pain where it was taken out through the jaw, lots of bruising, swelling, etc. It was very unpleasant. And then the next day, quite painful. The day after, very painful. The day after that, very painful. After that, however, it did sort of dull down a little bit. I was largely just like on painkillers for just over a week, sort of like slowly decreasing the amount that I had, and that was on cocodamol or codeine, one of the two, and the occasional, once the blood clot had like set and settled, the occasional ibuprofen, but I didn't want to take too many because that inflammatory properties, didn't want it to risk like allowing the blood clot to come out. So that was like the first week, was just lots of pain. I'd get up, I'd go to work, I'd go to bed, I'd repeat, much like due to chronic fatigue, but on the days off I would do my best to sleep through as much as I possibly could, rather than wanting to be up and doing things, which is quite a difference to how I usually am, because whilst I may not always be able to get up and do things, I'll want to, so I'll like be actively thinking up here rather than trying to just evade the pain. Now, as I said to my family and friends, could do things, but that would burn me out real fast, brute forcing through the pain. So I got the basics done. I like keeping clean, doing my washing, doing the washing up, etc. And that was about it. And I couldn't do any exercise because elevating the heart rate caused pain. Couldn't risk jolting the blood clot for a while, so no running, no skipping, no punching, no kicking, etc. Then the second week was a little better, but still had that same problem of blood clot because it's been quite a slow heal. I got some iron supplements to help in that first week. Still taking those daily. Don't know if they are helping, don't know if they did help, but I'll take them until I've run out. Yeah, it's still not fully healed. There's still like a hole in my face. I still rinse my mouth out after I eat to avoid food getting stuck in the socket where the tooth was. But I can now eat normally, I can open my mouth normally, I can speak normally, which is good. I can also close my mouth normally without it hurting, which I was concerned might not be a thing for a while, just because of where the teeth now rest, because I think a few of the ones down here might have moved slightly, but it's all good. Yeah, so that's pretty much my update there. I fully expect it to be like a month or so from now before it's actually a-okay fully, but I can probably soon start switching from using mouthwash to rinse my mouth out after I eat to just like water, which is better. This is going to sound gross, but that way if there is any food in there I can just swallow it, whereas mouthwash you can't. You've got to find somewhere to spit it out. But then there's also the fact that I've got to buy mouthwash, which is an expense I don't particularly want right now, because the washing machine broke, and I was responsible for getting the new one. So I got the new one, which is expensive. I say I got it. I ordered it. It's being installed Wednesday. So that was fun. Didn't help that also had a bunch of like Kickstarter-y projects come out of my account over the last month, so I'm pretty fucking skint right now. But that hasn't stopped me from ordering blackout film to put on the window. Why? Well, because I'm meant to be asleep right now, but as you can tell, no lights on. It's real bright. Yeah, I can tuck the curtain on the windowsill a little bit, but that doesn't do a lot. Hence why I'm up, I'm vlogging. So I got like 3.5 hours sleep. I'm at work tonight, so I'm gonna have to go back to trying to sleep at some point today. But my plan is to get up, do some housework, do some exercise, and then try and sleep, because the exercise like tire me out and stuff. Yeah, fingers crossed that works. Fingers crossed it also like clouds over outside, because bloody hell, that's awful. You can't see the fridge in frame, but it's very like reflective. So, other things that might be of import. I know there were more, but what were they? Don't remember. Not right now, anyway. Happy belated Valentine's Day to you all. That was not what I was going to say, but it's worth mentioning. Yes. We've got some bloody doing crime youths in my local area, so I've acquired a camera, like a security camera type thing, because they've vandalised, littered, loitered in, and pretty sure done drugs in the bottom of our flat block, because it's council flat block, like they own it, and they refuse to put a locking mechanism on the front door so anyone can come in. So they have been, and the state of downstairs is pretty grim. It has been worse than it is now, but it's been an ongoing issue for a while, and every time we contact the police they're like, please send images. So I'm getting the camera. Well, I've got the camera, another expense. Waiting on the memory card to arrive, because I don't have one anymore. That would fit anyway. And then got to sort that out at some point. Probably not a job for today, because it's quite loud. I'm going to have to use my drill to attach it to the wall. But yes, that's on the to-do list. If I sleep better, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And then, but I do still have work tomorrow. Wednesday, washing machine. It's gonna be installed. and then kung fu that night. So thankfully, no work that night. And then sleep-wise, I can try and recoup some on the second half of this week if I'm not doing particularly well sleep-wise tomorrow and Wednesday. Yeah. Other things, I know there was more. Currently listening to campaign 3 of Critical Role. Now that it's finished, I'm gonna blast through that, but I really don't remember what the other thing I was gonna say was. Never mind. If I need to, I'll do another vlog. Apologies for the slightly quiet, slightly worse litness of this, but I am very tired. But regardless, I'll catch you cats on the flip